And the next one is the case 3 is a goat is not able to walk properly and having staggering gait, and torticollis means that it is having the flexion of the neck laterally, and ataxia, suddenly it will fall down. So we'll be getting lot of neurological cases in sheep and goat in the field conditions. In that, the owner will be reporting that feeding habit, everything is normal, dung and urine is voided normally, and the animal is having staggering gait, incoordination. And if you are not treating the animal, then the animal will go for lateral recurrency and pedaling will be there. And sometimes the animal may be going for continuous bleating. So this type of clinical signs you would be coming across in many number of cases in field conditions. And it's nothing but polioencephalo malacia. Okay, see, you can see the nystagmus. You can able to see the nystagmus. Either it may be a horizontal nystagmus or vertical nystagmus. So not only in the recommends the animal, even in the standing posture also, when the animal is presented, you see the eyeball, whether it is moving or not. So when the animal is having incoordination, slightly going and hitting the wall or getting support of the wall, and movement of the eyeball up and down or lateral side, means you think about polioencephalo malacia. Polioencephalo malacia is thiamine deficiency, vitamin B1 deficiency due to overfeeding of sudden engorgement of carbohydrates will lead to ruminal acidosis. For overall period, they are giving only concentrate alone. There is lack of fiber material that leads to development of some bacteria, Bacillus thiaminolyticus in the rumen, that will block the synthesis of thiamine. So once the thiamine is synthesis is blocked, the animal will go for thiamine deficiency. They will show neurological signs. All these type of neurological signs will be there. So that is called polioencephalo malacia, otherwise called as cerebrocortical necrosis. See, the feeding habit, everything will be normal. When you make the animal stand, it cannot able to stand. During the lateral recurrency, it will be having frequent pedaling will be there, but feeding habit will be normal. So when you make the animal to put on one side, it will try to get up on the other side. It won't lie on one side. This is the pathognomonic clinical sign to identify polioencephalo malacia. In all other cases, suppose if you are getting confusion, okay, in case of ruminal acidosis or pregnancy toxemia, any other case, when you put the animal on one side, it will be lying on the same side only. So when you put here in polioencephalo malacia, you try to put it the animal in this side and that side. Any one side, the animal will be trying to get up again. That is one of the pathognomonic sign of to identify polioencephalo malacia. The pupil will be dilated. Okay, apparent blindness will be there. So nystagmus, dilatation of the pupil. See here also, the animal is having staggering gait and trying to get up. So incoordination will be there. Nystagmus is there. When you feed the animal, it will feed everything normally. When you put the animal on one side, it will try to get up on the other side. So all these are the signs of classical signs of vitamin B1 deficiency, polioencephalo malacia. The animal will very well respond to injections of thiamine. Okay, so the animal is trying to get up. So this type of clinical signs you never miss in the field condition. The earliest sign, the animal will be separated from the flock. It will get support of the wall. Nystagmus will be present. The animal will having incoordination and wide based stand of the forelimbs or hind limbs. See here, the animal is standing like this and staggering gait is there. Dung will be normal, pellety in nature. So this type of the animal won't lie down. If you make the animal lie down, it won't lie down. So this is polioencephalo malacia. Sometimes you may be getting like this, means this is a clear case of tetanus. See here, all the forelimbs and hind limbs are stiff. The locked jaw is there, raised gut is there. In polioencephalo malacia, raised gut will be there. I mean, the opisthotonus will be there, but the limbs are not stiff. Oral cavity is not locked, so you can differentiate very easily. Okay. So here, the oral cavity is not locked. Opisthotonus is there, and the extended limbs are there. So you have to differentiate from polioencephalo malacia and meningitis. Okay. So supplementation of thiamine will give you a very good result. So thiamine, many number of preparations are available. You can select it thiamine and give 10 to 40 milligram per kg body weight, IV or IM can give. So normal dose is 10 milligram per kg body weight every 6 hours. I mean for 40, you cannot give 4 times a day. So is to combine 40 milligram per kg body weight and give it IM or IV. So you should not use the liver extract preparation. You keep it in mind. whatever the preparation you are having, you should not use the liver extract preparation as a IV preparation. So that will lead to anaphylaxis. So you should see the label whether it is IV or IM. IM means you give IM. IV means you can give IV preparations. And you can don't give any vitamin preparations direct IV. Many veterinarians I used to see, they used to give direct IV, the B complex. You should not give. In sometimes it may lead to anaphylaxis. Sudden untoward reactions may come. So they used to say no, untoward. I have seen in many number of course it's well and good, but many number of cases you lose the case. So you mix it with normal saline or dilute it with distilled water or normal saline, give slow IV. I used to give with 100 ml of normal saline and mix the thiamine, vitamin B1 and give IV. Excellent result will be there. If you are not able to give IV, you can give IM. Okay. How many days you have to give? You can give till the animal recovers normal. Usually we used to get 3 to 5 days the treatment, then will become excellent result will be there, then will become normal. Earlier presentation, very good result. Delayed presentation, the result will be variable. Sometimes the animal may be recommended for 1 week and they are bringing means it cannot be bring back to the normal because cerebrocortical necrosis leads to irreversible damage of the brain. So it's very much very well appreciable in the field conditions. We can try it and you can be happy by seeing the recovery of these type of cases. The same thing in large animal also and heifer also it is coming. Nystagmus with the coordination and neurological science, you treat it with the timing. That is called polyencephalomalacia.